Li Mei and Sindel might be sisters. Now, first, if we look at Li Mei's bio, it says Li Mei was the firstborn daughter. That is why she became part of Umgadi. Now, if we also look at Sindel, it says she ascended to the throne and she had an impending arranged marriage with Jared, yada yada. Fast forward, they got married, had a great life, yada yada. When he died, it talks about how people was upset with her rule and there was discussion of people wanting to challenge her rule. Well, if she was already the queen before Jared, they would have already been questioning her rule way before she ever got married to Jared. I think she became the queen through her marriage through Jared, which means she probably came from her own family, not of royalty, and probably the exact same family of Li Mei. Everyone's talking about how they look like they're almost made, have the same face sculpt or the same face design based on the same model. I think that was purposely intended for that. A lot of people are saying this, and I don't think it's just, people are pulling it from thin air. I thought the exact same thing when I first saw it. I was like, oh, wow, she looks beautiful, but she looks a lot like Li Mei. They could be sisters. Li Mei could have been the first. She goes on to become, Umgadi, protect the royal family, and then her sister ends up becoming the actual queen, married to Jared. This could have been why Li Mei was accused, or not accused, but to blame of Jared's death. It could have been Sindel directly, who felt some type of way about how her sister couldn't keep her man alive. And maybe at that point, that's why Li Mei couldn't take it anymore and she quits, because it's her sister who she's broken the heart of and she just can't anymore. So she leaves. It's too close to home for her. She leaves. She goes and joins the police. I think it's Sandu. And maybe that's what's so important about her coming back to the temple, is her approaching her sister after all these years. Her and Sindel might have had the first sister relationship way before Katana Melina when it comes to dysfunctional. We'll see soon. If we really give it more thought, there might have been some background issues to begin with. Maybe Li Mei felt some type of way when it came to her sister getting this proposal and arranged marriage, but at the same time, she's still super loyal to the throne. So her thing is, you know what? I don't even care. I'm just gonna be there for her. But that might have put a thought, planted a seed in Sindel's head. So when Jared did die, she probably thought, you know what, Li Mei, you wanted this to happen. You were mad because you didn't take the throne or didn't get an opportunity at the throne, and you wanted this to happen. It might also play into why Sindel is such a strong woman, is because she might feel like she had to been, after being maybe thrown aside from her sister, her family, arranging this marriage that she didn't want to be a part of. There's going to be strength that pulls out of that, because you're dealing with a whole lot of dysfunctionality from your family or drama from your family, and you're going to pull through wanting the best for your daughters, as it talks about with Sindel, wanting the best for your daughters and wanting to show a different light and wanting to show a strong iron hand to show everybody that, no, what you have, you deserve. Something that she might have heard otherwise from her sister Li Mei. Everyone can look at Li Mei like, oh, she's this angel, but everyone has their dark side. Maybe Li Mei was a little jealous at one point and might have even said some things she couldn't take back from Sindel, and now she feels like crap. Again, now Jared is dead, and now she's like, shit, crap, my sister blames me for this. She thinks I did this. Hell, maybe I didn't fight hard enough or see it because I was so frustrated and jealous. So she just wants to take herself completely out the situation. Or maybe that's how others feel, and that's why they're like, nah, you're banished. You looked at things from a clouded judgment. Why did Li Mei get blamed? Is it just because she's the leader of the Umgadi, or was at that time and they just expected, oh, you should have just been on top of that, period. I don't think it's that simple. I think there's some feelings that's not being said. Again, everything that are in these bios, I think, is public knowledge, quote unquote public, as in, to the world of Mortal Kombat. But there's deeper drama that they're not going to reveal in these bios. They want you to explore through the story. I could be dead wrong, but I do think Li Mei and Sindel are going to be revealed to be sisters. And it's going to be this whole thing of Li Mei and her respect for her sister. Maybe she even has a sacrifice moment, or protects and tries to win over her sister's love again and trust, as well as it's going to play into Katana and Melina's kind of wonky relationship as Melina is thinking, Katana, you just want to take the throne yourself. It might have came from somewhere. It might have came from, maybe it's not Katana's never given Melina a reason to think like that, but their aunt has. Li Mei has given Melina a reason to think sisters can be screwed up. Once again, can be completely wrong. More than likely am. But that's the fun of the theorizing. It would be really cool if we find out that they're sisters, if we find out there's this deeper drama, if we find out, maybe Li Mei feels like she should have been given that, but because she's the firstborn, she had better responsibilities, and she might look at Sindel like, oh, you had it easy. You was thrown the kingdom. And Sindel now, she has this iron rule because her thing is, no, this ain't easy for one, running the kingdom. This ain't easy. It's not. I gotta show everybody that what I have, I deserved. I am fit for it, and nobody can take this from me. And it might play into who? Melina, and why she's such a kind of, I guess, frustrating character of feeling like, no, ain't nobody can take this from me. She's also experiencing people who question her rule and want to create factions to fight against her. The drama runs deep. Usually issues within a person runs deep in their family. So it definitely would have surprised me. Alright guys, let me know your favorite theories down in the comments. Thank you again for returning back to my channel, Worlds Within Worlds. God bless you all, and I will see you soon.